What up, rap leaders? Welcome back to my channel. Look at what we have here. I just ran into Douglas Joseph, also known as Bugs. We saw him last time when he was on the seawall playing music at the New Esplanade, and I ran into him again this morning here at downtown Georgetown by the courts. This is the Georgetown Magistrates Court. Right, it's a very busy intersection, very noisy intersection, but I thought I'd ask him again just to follow up on how he's doing with his guitar. Remember, a lot of people responded to that video and said they would like to help him buy a new guitar. We're going to tell you specifically what he needs, and then I'm going to introduce him also as a cultural historian in Guyana. He knows a lot because he's been around a long time, living in Mackenzie, Linden, and he's going to tell you a little bit of history. So take it over, Douglas. Take it over, Douglas.
Good morning, YouTube.
So tell us again, tell us your name, tell us where you're from.
My name is Douglas Leonard Joseph, aka Bugs. I refer to myself as the only insect on 2 feet. I play musician, I'm a musician, I play guitar, and I play any form of music, and I am self-taught.
Tell us about the guitars, tell us how you lost
Now,
guitars and what
I lost a number of guitars, not because of my carelessness, but it was organized crime. Now, I want to teach the young people or anyone who's interested how to play a practical guitar. That's my thing.
So you want like a guitar school?
Yeah, that's right. And it not only in Linden where I live, or Mackenzie Linden, all over Guyana for all ethnic groups and no age limit. I'll show you what I know.
So tell us what you need, what equipment you need. You said you need an
I need
how many guitars, how many amplifiers?
I need a 12-string cutaway folk guitar with spare strings to last me a very long time. I also need a guitar, the type of guitar that Carlos Santana plays. It's a PRS. It has 24 frets. It has a whammy bar, a rock arm to play rock music. I also need another guitar. Well, that one more or less you can handle it in any situation. It's a Yamaha travel guitar, and you have the classical one version and you have the folk version in it, where you can pack it in your suitcase. And I need some equipment to make the guitar sound in case I'm doing a special song that may have a piano or a trumpet and so on. I can have a floorboard that can give me that sound artificially.
So that means you need what, synthesizer?
A synthesizer, a guitar synthesizer, that's right.
I need some amplifiers.
I need some amplifiers for the vocals. And by the way, I'll be on the streets of Georgetown doing the Christmas thing, spreading the Yuletide greetings to everyone the worldwide.
All right, so right now, you're using a borrowed guitar, you said?
Yes, I'm using a board guitar that a little girl loaned me because she heard me play. And she said, oh my gosh, I have a guitar. I heard that you lost a guitar. Come borrow mine. But it's just started. So I fixed it up using plastic spoons, the handle of plastic spoons, and a graphite pencil for the nut at the top. And I got myself a couple of old strings from a friend, and I play.
So now we need to raise some capital for you to purchase these new guitars.
That's right, that's right.
People from the US and Canada and
That's right.
UK,
Oh, speaking about Canada, I was up in Nova Scotia in 96, 94. I attended the Northcote Academy of Theatre Arts at an invitation of one Barry Stagg, who invited me to come to play with him.
Tell me what happened in Canada.
In Canada, I met a playwright by the name of Barry Stagg. He was from a small town in the Maritimes in Ontario. It's a small town, a good way from Toronto. And he came to Guyana and was attached with funds through CEDA, the Canadian International Development Agency, to the YMCA in Linden. And he heard about me. My son attended high school there. He said, there's a guy named Barry Stagg. He's at our high school. And I told him that my father plays guitar. And he said, I'd love to meet him. So I kind of reluctantly went to see this guy about a week or a little more than that. And he played from a little help from my friends. While he's playing, I joined him. And he said, wow, you play good guitar. I said, but I play, but I want to go far playing the guitar. He says, you hear from me. Well, I kind of forgot about it to some extent. And the very next year, that was in 93 or 92 thereabout, he sent me a ticket, myself and one Rain Drix, who is a chef in England right now. And he went as a playwright because Rain Drix he right place as well. A teacher in Linden. His mother, Yvonne Drakes, is a seamstress, and they were all into development. But I must give kudos to guys like Parry Wallison and his friend through the radio called Mr. Hendricks, who inspired me in playing. And another gentleman who lives in Florida, in Orlando, my very good friend Milton Alexander and his family. Kudos to the Alexander families from Motor Street in Linden. Milton, I love you, and we gotta meet again because we started playing guitar together.
All right, tell me a little bit of history. You said you're a Guyanese historian because of your, you're living so long in Linden. Tell us about this Son Chapman incident.
Well, the Son Chapman incident, it's a very, very sad time. Before the Son Chapman,
what year are we talking?
It was 1964, in June the 6th, I think. But before that, I had walked myself and 8 other guys walked from Mackenzie to Georgetown, and it was
How long it took you to do
it
that?
took you. We left the new Caracara Bridge, that the Chicago Bridge and Iron Company that worked to help to build the aluminum plants, an American firm.
How long it took?
It took from 9 one night to about 3:30 the other afternoon to feed Atkinson Field, which is now Timeri.
But 36 hours.
Yeah, that's right. And then from there we walked to Georgetown and stayed in Hatfield Street at the British Guiana Mine Workers Union Hall.
So tell us about the Son Chapman incident.
Well, the Son Chapman, as far as I know, I worked.
Who was Son Chapman?
Son Chapman, the owner of the launch was one Mr. Norman Chapman. And he had a couple of sons. And he named his launch Son Chapman. Now I want to expand on that a little. The boats that come to when the Demerara Bauxite Company was operating, mining bauxite Linden, the Saguenay Shipping Company had all their boats named Son. You had Son George, Son Walker, Son Amelia, and because of the tropics. But this Son that you're talking about, Son Chapman, the launch, the ill-fated launch, it's because of his sons. Brent Chapman, who is deceased, God help his soul, God rest his soul. Then you have some other brothers, and you had a sister. She is Grace Chapman. She's a playwright as well. Very, very good. Her sister used to be the one time head mistress of the Mackenzie High School, which in true sense, my mother was the original founder member for that school. And none of her children didn't go to high school. I'm one. But it's not the school that you go
What
at.
happened to Son Chapman?
Son Chapman was left Georgetown Fish Coker and it coming to Mackenzie.
It's using
Mackenzie.
rivers, right? Demerara River?
Demerara River, yeah. And when it was about to reach Horadaya, in the vicinity of Horadaya, there was this big loud explosion, and there's a controversy right now who was the captain. From my point of view, they say it was Herman Safley. But from checking with a friend who actually lived in that area, a Chinese guy by the name of Mr. Chin, Moses Chin. He works at Timeri right now, at a sawmill. He can confer the captain was one Mr. Booker and not Herman Safley.
So tell me what happened with the bomb.
No, the bomb exploded on the starboard side, which I wonder if I'm right, it was on the right side if you were facing the bow, and blew a hole about this size, a round hole, and most of the persons out there in the launch died by drowning, not by the bomb.
So
Because-
who placed the bomb?
Now, it is alleged that some persons, but I met a guy in 1983 when I used to work as a diesel mechanic in the Essequibo River. His name is Sugar Hill. He told me, God knows I'm saying right, that I have the man named Sugar Hill, and me put the bomb boats on top of land and kill all them black man. I could have done him a lot of things, but I said, let him answer to God. He
All right.
drank,
So
and he was just talking off his
That's a little
head.
bit of Guyanese history. That's the kind of history
No.
you don't find in the textbooks.
Now, I want to say something a little about bauxite. Bauxite was first found in northern France in a song called Les Baux, L-E-S, B-A-U-X. The I-T-E added made it the mineral it is. And it's the ore, bauxite is the ore of aluminium, spelt A-L-U-M-I-N-U-M in Britain and the British Isles, but A-L-U-M, capital A-L-U-M-I-N-I-U-M with the Americans. Now, the Demerara Bauxite Company, which is an offshoot Alcan, which is the mother company, is Aluminum Company of America, Alcoa. Alcan, Canadian, and the Demerara Bauxite Company, it was named after the Demerara River that flows through, that has, in town of Linden, that has a river flowing through it. one of the few towns in the world that
All
has
right,
a
so
river
that's a
to
little
it.
bit of history from.
And I'd like to say like this, bauxite, 43% or more of the bauxite that came from the Hope Mine on the western bank of the Demerara River. A lot of people didn't know they had a first bridge there built by one PH Morgan. I used to caddy for him. By the way, I'm 77 plus. The last Thursday, the one before, I turned 77 years old. And in my mind, I am strong like a lion,
So that's a
ready
little
to
bit of
play
history-
guitar.
That's the history from Douglas Joseph. Now,
Yeah.
what I'm going to let you do is I'm going to let you take us out with a little bit of guitar music because we know that's your love. Can you play I'll Get By with a Little Help from My Friends?
I'll tell you what, I'll play a Guyanese folk song.
All right, so
My guitar doesn't have the type of strings. The strings are old. And I don't
Alright.
want a song flabby. I want a song real.
all right.
So I'll give you a Guyanese folk song. I'll give the crowd or the world the Guyanese folk song,
Okay.
which they may not be able to hear because the practice is that
No, don't worry.
so much.
So guys, there you have it. That is Douglas Joseph. We're gonna let him close off with a little bit of a song, a Guyanese folk song that he wants to play for you. Remember, we're trying to raise funds for his guitars. He's gonna buy some new equipment, some new guitars and amplifiers and synthesizers and so on. So if you can support him, leave a comment, contact me via email or in the comment section and let us know how we can help Douglas Joseph raise some funds to start his music school and provide Christmas music during the coming Christmas season. So, all right, so he's gonna play a Guyanese folk song for us. Take it away, Douglas.
Now this is the Guyanese folk song, very, very popular for the poke knockers who went up the rivers of Guyana, British Guyana in those days, Guyana right now, to mine gold and look for diamonds. So this Itanami is a bad falls in the Essequibo. I've been there. It's super bad. A lot of miners lost their lives. So this is it. Captain, Captain, put me ashore. I don't want to go anymore. Itanami gone drown did me. Itanami go walk me belly. One man in the captain wake, he boat and wake with the paddle in the hand. All I want is a long and strong. One wrong is too much for me. Long and strong is it and me. Oh, Captain, Captain, put me ashore. I don't want to go anymore. Itanami, 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 go up my belly, yeah. One captain, the captain wake, he boat hand, the boat and wake, the bowman wake with a paddle in the hand. All I want is a long and strong is too much for me. Long and strong, go up my belly. It go in the washroom, because Itanami, got drowned me, Baba, Itanami on the Essequibo River.